Well, after clinching their first trip to the playoffs in more than several years, the Piedmont Wildcat football team already has a return to the playoffs on their mind. In fact, their goals this year are to make it past the first round. Hi, I'm Ben Felder with the Piedmont Citizen and PiedmontDaily.com, and if Piedmont is going to advance back to the playoffs, that journey starts here. It is spring practice time. In fact, the Wildcats are finishing up week 2 of a 2-week spring practice session. Coach Craig Church says that there's a lot of holes to replace after losing last year's senior class, but he feels pretty confident in this group and feels like he has players that are up for the challenge.
I feel really good about this group. I'm not real excited about our numbers. Our numbers are down a little bit. Our senior class is small. Our sophomore class to be is not as big as I thought it would be, but what we've got is quality. So where it hurts you is getting reps in practice in terms of the scout team, having those kind of numbers. But the big thing is getting a defense installed, offense installed, making those adjustments in terms of guys maybe having moved to a different spot. You know, Hunter Amos started for us last year at center. Right now he's working at guard, and so it gave him a little bit of a jump start, getting comfortable there. Darius, the other guy you'll visit with, he spent all last year on defense at defensive end. Well, now he's doing that, plus he's starting at tailback. So they're just those kind of adjustments and getting comfort.
Last year, Darius Burris was a beast on defense. Going into his junior year, coaches are asking him to play on both sides of the ball, including picking up the ball at tailback. And Burris says that some of that defensive mentality will carry over on offense as he plans on running a more power style of back.
I think this philosophy for running back this year is going to be all power, lower the shoulder, and you give them the boom. That's my philosophy this year for both defense and offense. Our goal is to obviously get to the playoffs and go further than we did last year, but also to bring this young classman in and bring them as a family and let them know that we're here to stay.
Well, the Wildcats football team will complete spring practices this week. In fact, on Friday at 6:30 here at Stout Field, they'll have a short spring football game. More practices will follow in the summer and a training camp, and then the new season will kick off at the end of August when the new school year begins. Well, Coach Craig Church is entering his second year as the Wildcats head football coach, and one of the improvements last year was the increased level of confidence that this team had. This was a team that believed that they could win every game that they played and believed that they could go to the playoffs, and were able to achieve that goal. This year, Craig Church says that the confidence level seems to be even higher, and that the expectations are not only to reach the playoffs, but to win some games in the playoffs. For the Piedmont Citizen and PiedmontDaily.com, I'm Ben Felder.